This is Algebra 1B, section 10.2, part number 2 on multiplying radicals. And we did some problems kind of like this number 9 before. We have a binomial times a binomial. There's no plus sign between these, so we're not trying to add and combine like terms. We're distributing 3 times 1, 3 times the square root of 3, negative 2 root 5 times 1, and negative 2 root 5 times positive root 3. So negative 2 times positive 1 is our negative 2. Root 5 times root 3 is root 15 on the inside. So we multiply it out, we get these 4 terms. None of these numbers inside of the radicals can be simplified with a perfect square root. None of them are the same, which means none of them can be added together. Let's try that again. So this then is our simplified answer. We multiplied it out. Nothing can be simplified. Nothing can be combined. There's our answer. Number 10. Now we're just distributing one term. The 2 root 3 has to multiply to this. Multiply your outside numbers, multiply your inside numbers. Then multiply to this. Multiply your outside numbers, multiply your inside numbers. And what I noticed for this one is on the 10 square root of 9, the square root of 9, I'm not looking to break it down. I'm just taking the square root of 9, which is 3. So it's minus 10 times 3. The 8 root 6 is what it is. I can't break that down at all because no perfect squares go into that. Negative 10 times 3 is negative 30. And I like to write this integer part out first and put the square root part, the radical, the 8 square root of 6 at the end. And there is our multiplication result. There's our product. Number 11, it's not distributing. There's not 5 plus root 3, this one term times this one term. So we're just going to straight up multiply them. The parentheses around this could just as easily be just a one-time sign right here. So on our outside, we have 3 times 5, which is 15. On our inside, root 2 times root 3, which is root 6. And that's the problem. That's it. Notice how this problem kind of looks like this one up here, but it is different, right? It doesn't say 32 square root of 5 or even just 2 square root of 5. It's 3 minus 2 square root of 5. That makes this a binomial, whereas this is only a monomial, one term on the outside. Then again, back up to the blue, this is a binomial. We have 2 terms added together, whereas down here it is just a monomial. There's just one term there. So they are kind of alike, but they're very different. They're different enough that we do them in a different way as far as what we're multiplying here. Just take this one term times this one term, and that's what we're going to get. Number 12, this thing is saying we're taking this binomial and squaring it. In other words, we're taking square root of 5 minus square root of 10 times square root of 5 minus the square root of 10. We're multiplying it by itself. Binomial, 2 terms, times binomial with 2 terms. Square root of 5 times square root of 5. Square root of 5 times negative square root of 10 is negative square root of 50. We're going to multiply our insides, minus square root of 50 again. Then multiply the last. Negative times negative is positive. Square root of 10 times square root of 10 is square root of 100. When I took square root of 5 times square root of 5, notice I put it just as a regular 5 right away, because when you multiply this square root of 5 times this square root of 5, you would have gotten square root of 25, and this square root of 25 is just the 5 that I wrote down out there. It's a little shortcut that I used that I didn't really fully explain. Now, as far as simplifying this, the square root of 50 we've done a few times, and you have to get really good at simplifying those. Square root of 50 is the square root of 25 times the square root of 2. That's significant because the square root of 25 is 5. So this is 5 square root of 2. So as far as simplifying it, the 5 is a 5 minus 5 square root of 2 for this term minus 5 square root of 2 for this term plus the square root of 100, which is just plain old 10. Now, as far as our answer goes, 5 plus 10, I know that's 15. Negative 5 root 2 minus 5 root 2 is negative 10 square root of 2. And that's it.